What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So a couple of weeks ago I uploaded a video onto the Facebook page, and that was of me riding a bike, and I used some Huawei tech. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to review some of the tech that I used, and one of those pieces is the GT2. So without further ado, let's get into it. Huawei's first smartwatch was the concisely named Huawei Watch, which was announced back in 2015. Since then, the company has really pushed some key messages around battery and ease of use. So let's see how this has affected the evolution of the watch. As any good watchmaker will tell you, telling the time has almost taken second priority to the style and design of a watch. Huawei's GT2 has adopted a minimalist design in its creation, touting a brand new 3D glass screen which blends into a bezel-less finish. This attitude to a premium finish results in a watch that is at home in both a professional environment as well as durable enough for the great outdoors. The design language in the newly unveiled GT2e has catered for a more sporty customer in mind, with the tachymeter markings switched out for what Huawei calls radial pattern bezels, and the crowns on the side adhering to a more slimmer profile, giving a silent nod towards its sports enthusiast customer base. The original GT2 has the option to customize your watch to suit your personality with a swappable 22mm strap, which are widely available from places like Amazon and eBay. The GT2e has opted for a strap that is integrated with the watch face more closely, but still allows for the strap to be changed. The strap it comes with features a breathable design with vents across the strap, which help to keep you comfortable when exercising for extended periods of time, or if it gets wet during a swim. This is where the GT2 really comes into its own. It supports multiple different activities, everything ranging from walking to running to cycling to swimming, and also your machines as well, things like your elliptical and rowing machines. And if it doesn't support an activity that you want to use, you can also use its generic profile to track your performance, like your heart rate and your movement. The Huawei GT2 is water resistant down to 50 meters, and it has 2 GB worth of storage built in. That allows you to listen up to 500 songs and up to 35 different albums without your phone anywhere near it. The GT2 uses multiple different sensors to track the performance during a workout. So it uses things like the accelerometer to track your type of movement. This is handy in a swim when you want to know what type of stroke you're using. It uses the GPS built in to track your run or your cycle ride without a phone. And then it also uses a heart rate monitor to track which zone you're working in, and you can check that on the fly as well, so that you know whether you need to push the intensity or reduce your intensity during workout. The information that the GT2 gives you is then migrated over to an app called the Huawei Health app. If you don't have a Huawei phone, you can download this app either from the App Store if you're coming from an iPhone, or the Google Play Store if you use another Android. The amount of information that you get from this is awesome, so let's get into that. The initial screen gives you an overview of your workout, including the route that you took, the duration of the workout, average speed, as well as the calories burnt. Going across, you can go into your speed and notice it breaks it down every 5 kilometers to show where in your workout you was pushing the hardest and whether you slow down in the middle or the end. And then you can adjust accordingly, as well as your overall average there. Now the charts is where you get the most information. So here you can see it's broken down into a couple of different categories. So you've got your heart rate, your speed, and your altitude. The heart rate is broken down a little bit further just in the graph, and it actually shows you the zones that you're working in. So if you've got a specific target and you need to be working in your aerobic fitness, then it shows you how long you spent here. So here I've spent too long in my anaerobic, and I should have transferred some of that into my aerobic. You can do that on the fly as well with the GT2 with raise to wake and looking at the stats that it gives you. The cool thing about this is you can actually press this button at the top right hand side and it will show you the graph. Now with this graph I can overlay other pieces of information. So you can see this is the altitude graph, and I can then overlay my heart rate. So you can see as I went into an incline, where was my heart rate? Did I push up substantially? Could I tolerate it? Do I need better fitness in that category, etc. I can also switch that to speed as well and see where my fastest points were, how many times I stopped, etc. So there's a wealth of information there. And then finally, you can also see here the overview or a conclusion of your workout. So how long it took, the amount of calories you burnt, the total elevation and gain, as well as a breakdown of your performance. So here you can see I improved in my aerobic training, but my anaerobic training was excessive. And then it also gives you a recovery time and a date to show when you should next do your workout. One other really cool feature is you can actually share your progress. So at the top right hand side, you can press this button and it will load up the complete workout. So you can share it with your friends, or you can save it just at the bottom left hand side there to track your progress and compare. Also breaks it down into a couple of different overview shots, and that's quite a nice one if you want to post it on the socials. True to the health aspect of this watch, it also tracks your sleep pattern. That's your light sleep, your deep sleep and your REM sleep, and it breaks it down over the several days and months and tells you the kind of quality of sleep that you're getting. It also monitors things like your breathing and how many times you've woken up. And the best thing about this is it uses a technology called True Sleep to even recommend ways that you can better your sleeping pattern. Outside of the fitness aspect, you can also use the watch to make and receive calls, as well as get your notifications. This can be programmed in terms of which notifications you get in the Huawei Health app. The calls use either a loudspeaker or the Bluetooth headphones, and the speaker built in is not super loud, but it's loud enough to get the job done and definitely fits well within this category as well. Other cool features that it supports are things like Find My Phone, which is a one-touch button to find your phone as long as it's within range. A flashlight, things like countdown and timer and stopwatch are all present as well. Most of these features can also be programmed to the bottom crown, so you get quicker access to them. The watch has a really good level of customization with the watch faces that are built in, but if you don't like any of those, you can even pick your own from your gallery and upload it through Bluetooth. In terms of functionality, there really isn't that much difference in the GT2 and the GT2e. It was mainly a design overhaul. However, you do get two other features that you don't get on the GT2 that you do get on the GT2e. And that is 4 GB worth of storage. You also get a remote shutter trigger for your phone that you can use to take a picture when you're away from your phone and it's on a tripod, for example. The GT2's battery is one of my favorite features. In a watch, I want it low maintenance, and that's really what I get with the watch. It boasts up to 2 weeks worth of battery life, but I use the always on display, which cuts it down to about half. So in real life use, I see about 5 to 6 days before I need to top it up again. When I do need to charge it, I use the magnetic charger that's in the box, and it takes about half an hour to give it a really good charge where I don't need to worry about it again. Okay guys, so the GT2 in conclusion is a powerhouse of a watch. It supports multiple different functions and activities, as well as the battery life being awesome and the design being really sleek. Now, would I recommend this over the GT2e? At the moment, they're the same price, so one could argue why not get the latest. However, it really depends on your needs. So the GT2e really caters for that sports enthusiast in mind with the sports strap built in. Now remember, you can change these straps. So for me, the design of the GT2 original actually caters for more everyday solution. So I don't need to be in sports mode at all times. I can use this if I want to dress up and I can still have a watch that I can wear. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments below. Hit subscribe so you see our future videos. And guys, take care. Bye.